This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. We explore topics surrounding sexuality, intimate relationships, and related subjects in an open and candid manner. Please be advised that we are not licensed marriage or sex therapists, and the content shared here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. If you are under 18 years of age or prefer not to engage with discussions about sex, relationships, or mature language, we strongly recommend that you refrain from listening further. However, if you are of legal age and comfortable with this content, we invite you to settle in and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam,
And I'm Pris.
and thank you so much for joining us today. I got to say that my wife, she looks incredibly beautiful today. I just want to start the show off like that
Thank
because
you.
you look great.
Thank you. I just
And
woke up
you
from a
literally
nap.
just woke up from a nap. You
I
were like
did.
Sleeping Beauty, and you just woke up and you said, "Look at me, I look good." I'm
I
like, "You do." Anyways, we're here today talking like we
Mhm.
always do,
Yes.
very particular about the subject today. I
Oh,
was talking to a friend of mine not too long ago, actually this past week, and she was referring to her husband and her and their opinions about different things, and she's okay with PDA, public displays of affection, and even to an extent some emotional attachment,
okay.
and he is not. Which, like, it's like fire and ice, like, the differences are stark.
So you mean with each other? Or no, you mean with other
No, with
people?
other people in the
Let's clarify
lifestyle.
that.
Yeah, obviously, with each other, they're a married couple, so,
Well, there's
um,
some people that don't like to do PDA,
this is
but
true, and we
okay.
we
So
we
so
we have
this
some
is
friends. So I'm kinda curious, that thought popped into my head, and I was like, "You know what? I know how I feel about those 2 specific things. I think I have an idea of how you feel about it, but realistically, I'm kinda curious, how do you personally feel about public displays of affection within the swinger community, okay? So, let me give you some specifics here
yes.
because we can go all around this,
Yeah.
and it can go everywhere.
Yeah.
What I mean by this, public displays of affection, is not necessarily in a sex club, not necessarily in a place like a house party, things like that. That's not what we're talking about here.
Okay.
What we're talking about are maybe meet and greets at a vanilla bar, or hanging out with couples at a restaurant,
Okay.
things like that, where it's not normally seen. Say you meet 3 or 4 couples at a regular neighborhood bar,
Okay.
and their all lifestyle, and maybe you've even played with them, and you've had makeout sessions. You go to the club, and there's public displays of affection. You touch each other, you kiss each other in front of everybody. It's not a big deal,
Right, because it's a sex club.
right?
Mhm.
But you go into a bar, you go into a bowling alley, you go wherever, and people see you and your husband walk in together. They see the other couples walk in together,
Mhm.
and then they see public displays of affection amongst the group. Now, I'm curious, what do you feel about that? Like, what's your opinion on all that?
So I do not mind it. I actually I like it. I think it's hot.
Do you?
But
Big
but
butt.
dun dun
I like big
dun.
butts, but not in this case.
Okay.
Oh,
So, I like it, but I have noticed that social cues aren't taken.
now what do you mean by that?
So, like, I'm down for that. I'm down for even, like, if we first meet and everyone is kinda digging everything, we've already chatted because we usually chat with people beforehand,
Right,
right?
right.
And the most people that we talk to already kinda know, like, the podcast and have heard the way
Yeah.
Priscilla is.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like that, but I have found that it's usually you making the move on somebody, and I'm just sitting there.
Me making the move.
Yes.
You think that so when
Yeah.
we're out, you think that I just make moves?
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, okay, well
We
then
no, 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 we've had this discussion
okay,
before. So
or
we can be out.
Yeah.
I don't normally seek out
Okay, so then they
because
they make moves on you, right?
correct
Okay, so
there.
sorry.
Let's be, specific here.
Anywho,
I'm just saying.
they make moves on you, right?
Yeah.
The guys usually don't make moves on me.
Well, so I will tell you, I have seen guys try to make moves on you, and you are not susceptible. As a matter of fact, we were just talking
Wait,
about that
if I
yesterday.
just meet them, like, we haven't talked to them? You're talking about if I've already talked to them. Well,
No, I'm talking
obviously.
about if we've already talked to them. There have been people that we have met at several different meet and greets, and we've connected with and enjoyed.
Yeah,
And every time they come in to give you a hug and they wanna give you a kiss, you turn your face. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Really?
what
Well, I
you
mean,
literally tell
I
people that all the
do.
time. We were just talking about it the other
I
night with
I
people.
do sometimes, I guess. But no, I don't. I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's hot. More girls need to do that.
You think?
Yeah, like, I like girls. I mean, I love you guys. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys, but I like girls.
Uh-huh.
Like, I I wanna make out with a girl,
Right,
like,
right.
that's my thing. I think that's hot, but I do not mind public display of affection. Like, PDA is fine, either sex.
Doesn't matter where you're at.
But I know, yeah, and okay, I'll be nicer to the guys. Sorry, guys, if I give you my cheeks. Um, sorry if I do the side thing. It's sometimes it's just, I don't know, convenient. And I will say, I always have makeup on, and, like, I don't wanna ruin my makeup if I don't wanna make out with somebody and, like, ruin my makeup.
Right, right.
Like, I don't know,
So I guess maybe I'm mistaken, but I was under the impression that you were not okay with public displays of
yeah,
affection.
I don't wanna be sitting there and, like, have my husband making out with somebody, and I'm just sitting there with the guy like, Hi, how was your day?"
Mm,
No, no, I don't like that. Like, that
okay.
I find that completely, like, really? Like,
Uh-huh.
kinda boring,
Okay,
honestly.
okay.
If you're gonna be kissing somebody, that dude better make a move. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Like,
Yeah,
or I'm gonna squeeze in between y'all.
and it seems like for the most part, whenever stuff like that has happened, the guy always ends up being really respectful and
Y
doesn't make a
Yeah,
move.
I mean, if your chick is getting her tongue sucked on by my man,
Oh, wow.
by all means, like, freaking show her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
don't
no.
just have me standing there. That's freaking boring. Because then I'm just gonna squeeze in between you and the girl and be like, "Okay, my
So
turn."
so that covers kissing.
Yeah,
Other public displays of
I
affection.
think it's hot.
Really?
I do. I don't wanna
The
be sitting there. Oh,
touching.
yes.
For example, we went out last night with a couple.
Yeah,
We were having a good time. We were sitting at the bar at a table near the bar,
yeah,
and she was next to me, and you were on the other side of me, and he was across from you.
yeah.
And he seemed very respectful and almost a little nervous. She seemed very,
Loose and yeah, she's more
yeah,
flirty.
easygoing,
Yeah,
very flirty, very touchy-feely, which
yeah,
I love.
yeah,
And the entire night, there was this there was a want where I wanted to, kind of be more physically affectionate in the way of, like, just the occasional touch here and there,
yeah.
just kinda show that I was interested. But I reserved myself initially because I thought you had issue with that.
Oh, no. I mean, I was touching him.
Were you?
Every time I would talk to him, I was kinda, like, leaning over. Yeah, like, I'm more now, I'm trying to be a little bit more loosey goosey,
Okay.
and
Go
I'm
with the flow
yeah,
kinda
and
thing.
I kinda, like, touch them to know that it's okay to touch me,
Yeah,
right? So I'm
yeah.
touching them and, like, kind of showing that I'm interested, and so yeah, he even kinda held my fingers for a sec
Oh, that's
because I
cool,
was
okay.
laughing, we were laughing
Yeah,
about
yeah.
something, right? And so I do the same thing. Now, don't do it disrespectfully, which nobody has, and you don't do
Well,
that.
so now what is that
Well, don't
exactly?
go in for my tits at a bar. I mean,
Okay.
I don't care if we're making out or if we're kissing and you kinda like, "Ooh, I wanna can I grab a feel?" Fuck yeah, I let you do that.
Totally.
Do
I
you know what I
do
mean?
that.
Like, I find it hot if we're already all, like, flirting and
Right.
it's all just all mutual.
Yeah.
Yes, like, I love it. I would love to walk in to a place they see me with you, and then I'm going somewhere else to make out with somebody else, like, or to
So I
like,
always found that
I
hot.
find it I find it so hot. Now, it just always seems to be that you and I stay together when we meet up with other couples.
Right.
It's just a comfortable thing
Well, I don't think that we've reached that point with
with
any of our
anybody,
friends
right?
where we're comfortable enough to do that. But we had talked, I remember when we first moved out to this area, and I remember us going and meeting new couples
Yeah.
at a local bar.
Yeah.
And I remember telling you my specific fantasy, which was I would really love it if we could make a couple friend
Yeah.
where we can show up at the bar,
Yeah.
and then they show up as well, and we're on one side of the table, they're on the other side of the table, and you get up and you go sit next to him, and she gets up and goes and sits next to me, and
So,
that's my date for the night,
same. I
you
love
know?
that. So, do you remember when we were poly back in the day and we had this girl and we met her at a bar and we were sitting there and it was me, you, and her. And across from us was this couple that had just got there. And now they're listening to our podcast.
Yeah,
Okay, so remember how we met them?
I
They
do.
were they were at a table
Oh, that was fucking hot.
and
Yeah,
this other couple met up with them.
right.
And I looked at you and I was like, "I think they're swingers."
And
And
I
you're
remember that
like,
I'm like, "No
you're
way."
like, "No." And I'm like, "Yeah, look, he's with her, but now they're not together, and now they're kind of like they were like back and forth,
Right,
which I
right.
found very sexy." And so then I asked them,
I
I was like,
remember
"Are y'all
that.
swingers?" And they gave us their card, and now they're
Now
friends,
and they've been friends
and
for a
they've been
long
friends
time.
for a very
Yeah,
long time.
yeah.
But yeah, like, I find that hot. Like we go and we're meeting somebody, and then we're like, okay, go and chat. Where it gets difficult, not difficult, but I like both sexes. So if we're into a couple, I am more than I'm probably 100% also attracted to her.
Right,
So
right.
it's like, I want both. Like,
And see, that's difficult
that's
because if you
very
take both, I'm
well,
gonna
not
the
both.
cheese is gonna stand
Not
alone, you
both,
know?
but, like, if she's with you chatting and you're kissing and he's with me chatting and we're kissing, we're probably gonna be next to each other, right? Because we're at a
Or across
table.
from each other,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
at a table. It's like, okay, well, every now and then, I wanna lean in for a little kiss from her, you know?
Right.
And I think that's where it kinda gets difficult. It's like, I'm not saying for y'all 2 to be by yourselves, we're not gonna be fucking at the moment, you
Well,
know what I
see, and
mean?
that's the problematic part because if you 2 start kissing at the bar, which, that let's face facts. If women swap sides and the men are kissing different women at the table,
Yeah.
that doesn't catch as much attention as if there's 2 couples at the table and the women start making out.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
does anybody care about the
No, no,
attention?
no, and
Do you know what I mean?
but
Like,
what I'm saying is, like, everybody in the bar is gonna start scoping that out. That's
yeah.
gonna stop everybody in the
By all means,
tracks
let it stop.
because everybody likes to see
Yeah,
that,
so I find that hot. I
Yeah,
don't I don't mind it. I don't wanna be the cheese standing alone. Like, grow some cojones. Like,
right.
come on, let's do
So
this.
now that's with couples. Say you and I, we meet up with a lady, a
Uh-huh.
single lady, which we have a few friends who are single in the lifestyle. We meet up with a single lady and they like you, they like me. What then? Like, how does that work?
I'm pretty much I even ask our friends, "Are you good with some public display? Like, are you good if we are chatting and I kinda lean in for a kiss from your husband? Or I mean, are you cool with that?" If they're not, they're not, right?
Right,
I feel like if it's the girl, I'm also gonna ask and be like, "Are you cool with, like, if you're gonna kiss Adam, but you're also into me, you're gonna kiss me
right,
also." Like,
right.
this isn't even Steven. This is not, "Oh, only in the bedroom," type of thing. Girlfriend, if you're bi, you're bi.
But see, here's the thing though. You don't say that very nicely.
I will say I
You
do.
just said it like that
Well,
just
no,
now.
okay.
That's not
N
that's attitude
no,
right there. That's not gonna get
ladies.
taken
Well,
very
no,
well.
I wouldn't say it like that. I'm
I
trying to
know, but what I'm
I
saying
mean,
is
I would do it.
you are very aggressive in that manner, where if if it's one of those things where it's like, "Well, this is my man," and
Oh,
so
no, no, no,
you
no,
kinda have like
no, 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 no.
an
You're
air come
no, no,
out.
no, 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 no. I don't. Not even, especially with the girls that we talk to that are single.
Yeah,
No, I'm not like that with them. But I'm saying, like, if we go out, I would ask them, "Hey, so I'm pretty sure that Adam is gonna wanna kiss you. I also wanna kiss you. If we're inside of this restaurant or, we're at a bar, are you cool with both of us kissing you? Are you still kind of reserved to kiss a woman in public?
Mhm,
What is your stance?
mhm.
Then you and I would talk. I'd be like, "Okay,
Yeah,
so you're gonna have to be easy with it because it's" or you just give me a kiss also. You know what I mean? Like, if she's not into the public display at a bar,
yeah,
but you're kissing both of us, that's hot. If she
right.
doesn't wanna kiss me, I'm cool with you kissing her and then turning around and kissing me. Like, I find that very hot.
Okay,
Like, don't ignore me.
right.
Do you know what I mean?
And you say that often. I never
You
ignore you.
don't.
I've
And
never
it's not
ignored
even for me to remind you, like, you always your lips are always on mine,
you. Yeah, yeah.
you
But,
know?
so even this is one of the things that I am still kinda shaky on to this day, even though we've talked about it, is we can be out with another couple or another person, and I know that I'm connecting with them, and maybe they're connecting with me a little bit more, or they're interacting with me a little bit more or anything like that, and not necessarily connecting with me, but interacting with me a bit more.
Mhm.
Sometimes I wanna be a bit more affectionate or I wanna kiss or that sort of thing, but I am very standoffish or I'm very reserved in that end because I don't know how you're gonna react. And so that's always kind of stopped me because I've seen some bad reactions. Now I think you've gotten better, but I never wanna push it because I just you know,
I
it's
mean,
also a time and place kinda thing. Because if you're not in the mood for that sort of thing, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, no."
well, we've kinda set a r air quotes, "a rule"
Okay.
of if you're sitting there and you're chatting with somebody and you are kissing
That I
and
have to kiss you.
yeah, like, you
Yeah,
see that I'm not he's blah,
yeah.
and you know me. If
Mhm.
I'm blah, if he's blah, I'm gonna be like, "I'm gonna go to the restroom,
Uh,
and I'm gonna remove myself,"
okay.
because why do I want to be with a person? Why do I wanna if there's no connection,
Mhm.
there's no connection.
Right.
Now I can say to the person, "Ooh, I'm not feeling this right now," but that's gonna hurt their feelings,
It is, but it's also straightforward.
which I can be, but I'm trying to be nicer.
I mean, I think you can be straightforward and be nice at the same
Yeah.
time. There's
So, I mean, it's that's the thing. So, there has been points where you're talking to the girl and then you start kissing, and then I'm talking to the guy and it's like, "Okay, well, he's a tad boring. I'm gonna walk away."
right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
if dude's not gonna try, you have to capture my attention. But we've also said, "Okay, since if you're doing that, to kinda turn around and be like, 'Hey, baby, come give me a kiss.'"
Yeah,
Like, if you just give me a little tiny little kiss and be like, "Are you good?" That's good. That's good enough for me because I am getting my attention.
okay.
Like, if you see me walk away, it's because I'm freaking bored.
See, now in that situation, you say I'm making out with her
Right.
and you're attempting with the guy, it's not going well, so then you decide to remove yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
I see you get up and walk away, but you don't tell me anything, you just get up and walk away.
Yeah.
Do I go after you?
Um,
Stay? What do I do there?
I mean, I can go and tell you.
Yeah?
I can tell you, "Hey, we can have a little thing.
Okay.
We can have a thing. We won't
Okay.
say it
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
now, but you and I can have a thing."
Uh-huh.
And then you'll know, "Hey, okay, well, she's not interested." Wrap it up over here, and then we can move on,
Okay.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
because your one thing and my one thing is we don't wanna get bombarded by somebody if we're at, like, a meet and greet or whatever,
Right.
by a specific couple.
Right.
Like, we're there to mingle. We're there to have you can set that up at another time.
Right. Right.
So, no, I mean, you and I can have a thing because that has happened a few times where I'm like, "Alright, I'm not interested in her dude."
Yeah.
Like, he's I'm just not interested,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And if she's interested in me, she has to show it.
Sure. So that's funny that you bring that up because I've noticed this is something that I've been kind of keeping track of lately. There is a good amount of women in the lifestyle that we have come across who have expressed verbal interest in both of us,
Right.
right? They've expressed interest in me, they've expressed interest in you, but when we're all together,
They're more on you.
they're more interactive with me, the
Right.
interest seems more with me
Right.
and less with you.
Yeah.
And what I'm finding out is, at least most of the time, is they don't know how to talk to other women, they don't know how to flirt, they get very shy, things like that.
Right.
And so it's just easier to flirt with a guy, it's easier to talk to a guy
It is.
because they've been doing it for so long, it's
Yeah.
just the norm.
Yeah.
And they're afraid to screw up with women because maybe they haven't had that too many experiences with women,
Right.
and so there's a shyness there, or there's a reserved feeling.
Yeah.
In situations like that, you kinda have you kinda have to break down the barriers and see,
Very true.
and
But
that's
now these women
difficult,
don't
right?
tell me that they're
Yeah,
interested.
yeah,
So
no, they tell me.
you have
Yeah,
they have to tell me because just as much as a man would tell them, they need to tell me because we're going to meet up with them and then I'm just going to be like, "Okay, well they just want my man."
yeah,
And I'm going to lose interest. Just turn it around.
yeah,
If it was a girl who was with us or a couple, right?
mhm,
And you liked her, but she's there just talking to me.
yeah.
You would feel like, "Okay, well they
So,
just want
let
my."
me point out the elephant in the room, I've
Yeah.
had 12 years of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you have.
I've had 12 years of that.
But I have also had it where women just don't like don't don't be scared. We're the lifestyle. Like that's the that's the point.
Yeah,
Like send me a cute little message and be like, "Hey, I'm interested." Or if you tell me, I will tell them, "Hey, I'm interested too." So like I know you're talking to him. I'm not really good via text. I'm trying,
right,
but as much attention as you're showing him, they gotta as much attention that they're showing you, they have to show me that much attention
right,
because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna lose interest, and then it's gonna be like, "Okay, boo, this is not gonna go anywhere, like, what are we doing?" And then we're gonna move
yeah,
on.
yeah,
So, it has to be shown equally. I don't mind making the first move on women.
uh
I'm good with that.
okay.
I just find it a lot of, "Oh, I'm bi-situational or I'm bi-ish." We don't do bi-situational,
Well,
we don't do
everybody
bi-ish.
that's told you I'm bisexual has been into
I
you.
know.
So,
And
you
it's made a
complain about that a
well, I'm
lot,
just
but
saying
y
because I see it a lot. No, I
yeah,
also see it a lot for people I haven't met, and I'm like, "Dang, really?"
but that doesn't mean that they're not into it. They say
Very true.
bisexual because that means
They
if they
figure
don't
that
find you attractive,
they have to
they're
find
not
the
into you.
situation.
They
Yeah.
have to find the woman
And so when
attractive.
it's somebody like that,
Yeah,
I am so okay with making the move. But if it's somebody who is 100% bi,
mhm,
let's chat. Like, you have to show me affection or not affection, you have to show me a little bit of interest as much as you're showing the guy.
okay,
Like
yeah,
it has to be and then we can have some fun.
right, right. Well, and to be fair, you are very upfront and forward and open,
Yes.
whereas there's a lot of women in this lifestyle who are not.
Toward
There's
women?
toward women, yes,
Yes.
excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, toward women. There's a lot of women that just don't know how, and that's seasoned women that have been in the lifestyle for a while.
Yes.
I am finding out still have major issues expressing this
Very true.
to other women,
Very true.
and it normally takes them drinking, oftentimes,
Yeah.
reaching a certain threshold to where they're a little bit looser and they can express that
Yeah.
without the worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm starting to see this a lot more, that a lot of
And
women
that's fine.
are having
If
difficulties with that.
if I know that a girl is into me, I will totally make the first move.
Okay.
I don't mind doing that. Like,
Well, you
you
may you may wanna get used to making the first move then,
I mean,
because I think this is a thing.
yeah.
There's a small handful of women that we know that are like you,
Yes.
and we tend to gravitate towards them just because
Yes. I absolutely
it's an
love them.
easier kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of ladies that we do know that are not, that are secretly dying for your attention or wanting to connect with you in some way,
Yeah.
but are very afraid and don't know how to go about it.
Well, look, ladies, if you're listening to this podcast and you are into me and I haven't already spoken to you and I don't know this, just shoot me a little message. Just, "Hey, I'm interested." I will take it from there.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it from there.
That's interesting.
Like
Okay.
like, let's
So if somebody tells me, somebody reaches out to me and says, "Hey, I'm into you, but I'm also really into your wife."
yeah,
And they're only telling me.
yeah.
Should I tell them
Let's start a group text.
do it? So here's the problem with group text.
Yes.
And I think I told you about this the other day. A group text is great for the three of us talking about generalized things
Mhm.
with no problems. But if a person is trying to connect one on one to learn more about them, that's difficult to do in a group text.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Why?
Because then you have other people interjecting in the conversation when I'm trying to connect with one person,
But she's trying to connect with both of us.
assuming it's just one person. Say we're
So
talking about a
say
couple.
say we're talking about a couple.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't think so. You might find it like
Oh,
that, but
I'm telling you,
yeah,
it is difficult
I don't
because we have group messages
mhm.
where the woman I wanna connect with and I wanna learn more about and I wanna get to know because I am like that.
And is she bi?
Yes,
Do you know what I mean? So
but
she
I'm not exploring that. That's for you
for
to
me to
explore. I
explore.
don't care if she's bi
Yeah.
because that doesn't affect me.
Yeah, so there we have different things because I think that if it's group, we're all getting to know each other the way it needs to be done. Like we just all need to we are all getting to know each
But
other.
you know that every single group that we have had,
Yeah.
it doesn't work that way. We don't connect one-on-one in a group. That's really why it's called one-on-one. You can't connect one-on-one in a group message.
I mean, I
You're
think
no, but
I think it
no,
all
but you're
works.
not
I think
connecting
it
with them.
works. I think I can still get to
But s
know her
but
and you can get
understand,
to know her and I can get to know him
what comes
and you
out
can
of
get to
this,
know him.
though, is you tell me very often, you say, "All these people, they just talk to you." Like, we have a group
Well,
message, they just talk to you.
we have a group message and I'm really in that group message. The recent one.
I'm talking about several
Well,
different
no,
no,
I'm
you're
sorry.
talking about one specific.
Because I am you are confident, Adam. I am changing my ways.
Uh-huh,
So we started a group message with a couple
yeah,
and I'm interacting with them.
uh-huh,
I'm talking to them just as much as you're talking to them.
uh-huh.
I'm sending memes. I'm being funny. I'm being cutesy. I'm being
Yeah.
as much as you are.
Yeah, but that's not connecting with somebody one-on-one. That's my point.
I mean, I think you can, but you don't
So
think you can.
so you want me to start a group message so that you can tell this person, "Hey, I'm interested in you." So then I have to sit here and watch you 2 connect with each other. Because what ends up happening in a group message is we all talk, you fade away, and I take over the conversation, and before you know it, I'm talking for the both of us. And I'm hijacking the entire conversation because
Well,
you're not
yeah, but
talking.
that was back then.
Mm,
This year I have not done that.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. I've been in the conversations.
Mhm.
And then the conversation is gone and I'm like, "Well, what's going on?"
No,
And then
it
you're like,
doesn't work.
"Oh, well, I'm still
Nope,
chatting." I'm like,
nope, no,
"Oh,
ma'am. That
okay."
is incorrect. And that's what causes discontent right
I
here.
lose interest if we're in a group text and they just start I know that you're still chatting and I'm like, "Oh, well, why do I even need to be in the group text?" Right? Because, like, it starts off great.
That's my point.
It starts off great, and then it kind of fades away, and I'm like, What's going on? What happened?" You know? Like, I know that we have a group text, right? And I know that you're really good friends with the girl. That one, I don't care.
Yeah,
Like, that one is fine because I just don't. Like, that one, I just do not care about. Like, that one is great. Like, every now and then because you tell me, "Oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah." And then I'll go to the group and I'll be like, "Hey, Adam told me this."
yeah,
I'm very interactive in that,
right.
but it's not sexual.
No,
Like, that one
it's
is
not
not
sexual.
sexual,
Yeah,
right? Like, they're friends.
Uh-huh.
and you connect more with her and him, I'm assuming. But like that's y'all's thing, right?
Mhm.
Now, we have group texts where it's all four of us. I mean, this is one's a bad example, but there's all four of us, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me go back to that text." And it's like, "Oh, well, I'm over here. I'm chatting with her." I'm like, "Oh, well, then I don't think she likes me anymore." Okay, cool. That's
And why would you even go there with that?
because if
That's an extreme way of
she
thinking.
did, and if she did, it would be in the group. Whatever you have to say to Adam or to me, it could be in the group. I don't care. I don't care if there's a woman flirting with you in our group text. Like, by all means, sh- whatever. Yes, I am his hype man. Like, he is fine. Cool. But if there's not a connection, like if it's just on the side and you're no longer talking to me in the group or we're no longer chatting, I'm gonna be like, uh,
Well, see, so that's something that ends up happening is that you stop chatting in the group when
but
you
so do
notice
they.
that I'm keeping up with them.
But so do they. Think about that. Like it's not only me. If they're
So
not
it's their job to bring you back in.
no, what I'm saying is if we're chatting in a group and then you're still chatting on the side one on one with her, it's like, well, whatever you can say here, you can say over here. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? It's the freaking swinger lifestyle.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're understanding me though. You cannot connect
Of
one-on-one
course you
in a
can.
group setting. If there's 4 or 5 of us and I wanna talk to one person and be zoned in,
Yeah, you have.
and you're gonna be right there involved in the conversation, I'm not gonna be
And
zoned in.
actually, I kinda step away for the second. I
Yeah,
yeah, and so do
that's
you.
my
Well,
point.
no, what I'm saying is, like, when the guy is flirting with me, you're like, "Hey, he's flirting with you, go back to the message." And I go back to the message and I'm flirting. I'm back and forth. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're still connecting back and forth. And then because I get distracted, right? Because I'm doing other things.
Mhm,
I'm connecting. You kind of back away for a second or for a couple of minutes until this conversation is done. And then she'll chime in and then you'll come in. Like it's been that way. It's
mhm,
been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
mhm.
Like I find that and I find it hot. Someone is thinking my man is fucking hot and telling him, "Oh my god, yes. I 100% agree with you, girl. He is amazing. So is your dude." And then the whole conversation starts flowing. I'm learning about her, I'm learning about him, you're learning about him, you're learning about her. We're still all connecting. There's still flirtatious vibes and there's still a lot of conversation going on. Now, if there's that whole thing and it's getting all nice and we're being all cool, and then you're still talking to Susie or whatever over here on the side, I'm like, well, whatever y'all can say, you can say over here. Like, why are you keeping me out of the loop? You know what I mean? Like, I want to see it. I
Mhm.
think it's hot.
Why does it always have to be about hotness, though? I make friends.
Or friends. I
It's
mean,
just friends.
that's cool.
Like,
But if
but
we're
I think that
all
any separate conversations that you think I have, you think it's sexually
well, okay,
charged.
or all four of us. All four of us are trying to get to know her because I want to get to know that person as much as you're trying to get to know that person.
Mm,
And you're really good about engaging the conversation,
mhm,
which is amazing. And I'm doing my best to follow it through, but you're good at engaging conversation and keeping it going. And every now and then I come in and I get into the conversation,
mhm.
which is nice. It's flowy. We're all learning about each other and because yeah, you're making friends, but you're going to make friends with him as much as you're making friends with her.
Yeah, but what ends up happening is you'll disappear for a while because 'cause you've got things to do.
Yeah.
I've got more time on my hands,
Yes.
and so I'll keep
The
talking to
conversation.
them, and a lot has passed, and then you've missed all of this
Yeah,
stuff,
but
and then you come in.
I always come in and I'm like,
Oh,
"All
no, I'm
right,
saying, yeah,
I'm back, y'all. Let's start this up again."
yeah,
And I start chatting because that's my thing. I'm trying to get better at the group messages
mhm,
because I want to connect with both of them. I want to learn about both of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wanna know I like her, and I wanna know I like him.
mhm,
Whether she's playing with me or not, I wanna know if I like her,
mhm,
and I wanna know if I like him.
mhm.
And I would assume that you wanna know if you like him And if you like her,
Well, yeah, obviously.
yeah. So that's why I'm saying, connection or not, or whatever, it's cool when it's done in the group text. Yeah, I'm in and out, but I'm trying my best to be in it, catching up with the conversation, trying to get a vibe of everybody. And that's where it goes.
So as far as you're concerned, I can connect with somebody one-on-one in a group conversation.
Yes.
Hmm. I don't agree with you at all, and
Yeah.
I will never agree with you.
Probably
Now,
not.
I'm not saying that I'm right. Obviously, it's my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion, and this is something that we will never agree on
Yeah.
because I do not agree with that. I think as a group, we tend to step on each other's toes.
Mm-hmm.
There's one group in particular, I'll tell you, that it's us and it's another couple, and we're
Mm-hmm.
talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm interested in learning more about this girl, and every time I message with her in mind, trying to learn more about her, her dude steps all over it, and then I can't get to know her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's the same thing when people ask you questions or and then you don't maybe answer right away, so then I'm like, "Oh, let me throw myself out there," and then I end up hijacking the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and they get to know me better before so there's no one-on-one connection. It's stepping on each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally understand.
That's my
I
point.
mean, I totally understand
That
that,
is my point. That
but
is not a one-on-one conversation, and you can't say that that doesn't happen in all the groups that we have because it does.
it does.
It happens in every
But
single group we have.
we make an effort to go back in there and still
But
have the
that's not
conversation.
the point. The point is that you cannot connect one-on-one with a person in a group text. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
It's a group message.
Okay.
You're not gonna get a one-on-one.
I mean, I feel like you can.
Agree to disagree,
There you
right?
go.
That's the
Agree
situation.
to disagree. I mean,
That's right.
it does it's still, and it's not even about hiding things because I
Yeah.
have access to
Yeah,
everything.
of
Do you
course.
know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, if we're all going to connect, we're going to connect, because what ends up happening is you're doing that and then I'm like, okay, well, this dude's not fucking talking to me anymore. I don't want to talk to him.
Mhm. See, that's but you get butt hurt.
No, I don't get butt hurt.
That's exactly what
No, no,
that
no.
was right
It's
there.
not
Well,
butt
I'm not
hurt.
gonna talk to him, he's not gonna talk
If
to me.
he's not going to be
Not
engaging,
everybody's as socializing as you are. Not
I
everybody has those
hey, I'm
skills.
better in person. I
I
have
understand.
straight up told people I am better at person. I will chat your ear off in person. Why?
So then people don't talk to you.
They try. No, they do. This guy's trying.
Yeah,
He's trying to talk to me and he's being, he's funny and whatever. And she comes in because she's as busy as I am.
yeah.
And she comes into the conversation and we're talking. But I mean, I'm learning about her. I'm learning about him, eh,
Mm,
because we're busy.
right.
Adam has more time on his hands.
Always.
We're busy.
Yeah.
And we all just come in whenever we can. And sometimes the conversation does get hacked or hijacked by you, but we all come back
Mm.
in little bits and pieces. We all come back. Now it's just to kind of get a little bit of the let's get to know you a little bit better, just a little
But
bit.
then you tell
But
people that
then
you're
we
better in
move it,
person.
because we move it. After that, I'm like, hey, so let's meet up. We can meet up now because we've already, okay, we kind of we like their little vibe. Let's set up a dinner. Let's set up a lunch. Let's set up something so that we can talk, because yes, I am 110% better in person than I am via chat.
Mm.
Am trying to be better and I am chiming in, but if you really want to get to know me, you have to meet up with me. I'm just a better conversationalist.
But with that being said, in the group text, if the guy's not talking to you, you've lost interest. You just said that.
Well, I mean, we both have to be involved, but I don't lose interest.
You literally
It's not
you were saying,
lose.
"If he's not gonna talk to me, then I'm not gonna talk to him. I don't care." Like,
No,
those were your words.
if he's not talking to me and I'm telling you, okay, well, he's not really holding a conversation. Like, he's not even coming in. It's been days.
Mhm.
Like, I guess it's done. Are we done? You know? I mean, it hasn't happened, but I would be like, is this conversation done? Are we done talking to them? Like, what happened? Life gets busy.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
what it is. It gets busy, but If you don't show me interest, if you don't talk to me because I'm horrible at chatting, I straight up tell everybody, you gotta keep it engaged. Like, we have to keep it engaged because then I'll lose interest. Like, I'll lose a conversation. I'll be like, oh, what's going on?
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you there.
No, you
How did this go from PDA to that?
I don't know. We went into group messaging, and it went from there.
Hey, I mean, it works.
I mean, and, and for those listening, we're not getting upset with each other,
We're
but
very passionate.
we are very passionate, especially when we don't agree, because we agree often on a lot of things, but there are certain things that we just don't agree on.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where there's certain things we're just not going to agree on.
No.
And this is one of them. And that's okay because we make it work.
Yes.
We everything we make work, just the way that we're talking about it now. We talk about it when the microphones are off, and it goes the same way.
It does.
At some point we sit back and we go, okay, well, we don't agree on this, but
Yeah.
this is how we're gonna do things.
Yeah.
And
This
it's
is the
like,
way we do it.
okay, and we accept it.
Yeah.
And we can both express our discontent as much as possible, but as long as we both come to an agreement and, almost like a compromise
Yes.
where maybe you're giving in a little bit, I'm giving in a little bit, and it just works out better that way.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of this whole thing
Yeah.
is I can have my disagreements with you, and we can sit there and we can talk about it and we can work it out.
And
I fucking love that. I
and
think
we
it's great.
just we agree to
We
disagree.
agree to disagree. I can't stand that phrase, but
But
in this situation,
it
that
is.
really is what it
It's
is.
agree to disagree
Yeah,
and
and we will always make it work,
yes.
but yeah, man, that's ugh, okay, PDA, come back over here, PDA. We were having a good time with that. There was one thing regarding PDA before we move on
Uh-huh.
that I was curious about. Now, we've had our experiences in poly as well as
As
the
I roll
regular
my
the
eyes.
the regular lifestyle.
Yes.
So, engaging in public displays of affection in public, does that change the dynamic at all? Do
I
you
don't
do
think
you know
so.
what I mean? Like, because some people, like, say, I mean, holding hands is an intimacy for you and I,
Yeah.
but it's also a public display of affection that some people dig, and they look at the same way as kissing.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't dare hold hands with somebody
Why not, baby?
because that is an intimacy that you and I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Now if it's a brief thing where, like, this person's sitting next to me and maybe they put their hand on my hand or whatever
Yeah.
for a short amount of
Yeah.
time, cool,
Or
whatever.
dragging you
Yeah,
away for a
totally
conversation,
fine.
that's different.
But walking in
Say
a
we're at
parking
a
lot,
yeah, or
going to the car or something, and
yeah.
you're behind me with the husband and I'm in front with the wife and she grabs my hand and is holding my hand, like, uncomfortable.
Yes.
Not gonna work for me. And it's uncomfortable for me because, well, you're the only person that I do that with.
Yeah.
Just the same
Yeah.
way as there's other intimacies that you're the
Right.
only person that I do that with,
Right.
and which is why poly was difficult.
Yeah.
But I guess that's really what I'm curious about. In your opinion, does that change the dynamic at all?
No, I don't think it changes the dynamic because we know that it's there just for the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a long-term type of thing, I guess, or it's
Okay.
not do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that right, but
Yeah, it's in the moment.
it's in the moment. It doesn't change the dynamic. It just it's a it's a blip.
It's a blip.
It's a
Okay.
blip.
Now, and say that scenario that I just played out for you, you see that.
Mhm.
What's your reaction?
I'd probably be like, "Ooh, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't hold hands.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm the only hand he holds."
Right.
I'm very upfront
Yeah.
and forward, and it makes you uncomfortable.
Oh, totally.
Like, you don't like that
Big
because you don't
time.
want her to feel like,
I don't
but
wanna hurt feelings,
I
but
don't
at the
wanna hurt
same time, I don't wanna make things uncomfortable
yeah,
either.
because you think of monogamy. That is why you have that thought,
Yep.
because that's how you were raised, that's how your brain works, that's how it is, but this is not we're not hurting feelings, but if no one knows our boundaries, our rules, they're gonna just they're going to just do what feels good to them,
Okay.
right? So like I feel like swingers and adults, if I tell you, "Oh, sweetie, we don't hold hands. Like I'm the only hand he holds."
Yeah.
But have fun. You can kiss him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can do it in a very nice way.
Sure.
If they get their feelings hurt, I'm sorry and I'll apologize. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm just letting you know because you don't know that's a one of our boundaries.
Yeah.
It is one of our boundaries.
Right. Right.
You know, like it's so it doesn't change the dynamic. It just
It just tells you you need to vocalize more. Yeah.
yeah, for
Okay.
sure because people do not know your boundaries and rules and we don't go to everybody and be like, "Okay, so we can't do da 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 da."
Yeah, the like,
You
just
know what
go
I
down the
mean?
laundry
It's
list
like
of things that we don't
it's
do.
in the moment. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Right.
You know, it's like sometimes boundaries and rules come up as they come up.
Right.
Like we're like, "Oh shit, I didn't even know I had to freaking say that." But okay, now it's something I'm going to have to say.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't change the dynamic, but it has to be said if it's something that you don't do with others because like say someone's walking behind me holding me from behind.
Mhm.
No.
I mean,
No.
I wouldn't have any issue.
No. No, I would.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'd be like and if you did it, I'd be like, if you're hugging somebody really quick, but if you're walking the way you walk with me and you're kinda
Okay, I
if you're
understand what
hugging
you mean. I thought you
somebody
meant hugging.
no, if you're hugging somebody
Okay.
from behind because we have friends that you kinda hug from behind and
Yeah.
you're like, "Hey, girl,"
Right.
or whatever. That's different. Now, if you're holding me and we're walking and you're holding me the way you and I do it,
Right. Right.
no. I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
"Mm,
Oh, I'm glad we're having this talk
ho
then.
homie, where
'Cause
else do
we
you
have
want me to start?"
never discussed that.
Yeah.
Just like our safe word,
Y
never discussed
you
that.
know what I that's funny that you just gave to somebody. I'm like, "Hello?"
Oh, dude, I did. I totally gave that up. Now we're gonna have to change it.
I know, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is.
You're always making these changes on me. I just got used to
You just
pineapple. It was pineapple,
you
guys.
don't pay
Now I
attention.
can say it because I let the cat out of the bag,
Yes.
but it was pineapple, apparently. I never knew. I just thought she
Our
liked
safe word is safe word.
our safe word is keep going.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so moving on, because that was the PDA portion of it. I'd actually like to hit up a little bit as far as emotional attachment.
Give
Uh,
me some examples,
I
señor.
will absolutely give you some
Por
examples
favor.
because emotional attachment is a thing. Not for
Uh-huh.
everybody, but for some.
I guess I don't know what that is, or maybe I don't.
I'm gonna get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So, we go back to this connecting thing,
Okay.
all right? All in a group message, et cetera, and the 4 of us are talking in group message, but I am talking to the woman more.
Okay.
She's talking to me more. There's more of a connection there between her and I. At some point, there is an emotional attachment, and what I mean by that is not a romantic attachment, but this person will feel maybe more trusting towards me or more feelings of being able to be open towards me because of conversations that we've had or whatever.
Mhm.
There is a more of an emotional attachment with me
Mhm.
than there would be with you because of that, I guess, whatever connection that we've had or whatever conversations we've had, et cetera. What, as far as that's concerned, what is your opinion on emotional attachment in the swinger lifestyle? Like, is there a place for it? Should it not be involved? Is it
I don't
inappropriate
I
to have an emotional
I
attachment to somebody else's spouse?
I think there is.
Yeah?
I think if you're not comfortable enough to have that emotional talk with the couple because you're already having a conversation, that conversation shouldn't be going on. Something's missing. Something's missing. So, like, if we're in a group message and she's been chatting with you because me and her husband just were busy, right? And
Mhm.
y'all are just talking
Yeah,
more.
which has happened.
Yeah. And she finds, oh, well, she can kind of, do you mean like kind of go to the side and talk to you about a problem or something? Or,
No, it's just emotional attachment. So, like, an example that I can a real life example from a friend. They had couple friend that they used to spend a lot of time with. They were all very close.
Mhm.
And actually, I've had this with a few different friends. I've heard this scenario a few different times where they get very close to this other couple
Okay.
and they're spending time with each other. They go play often.
Okay.
They have group messages. They all kind of get close to each other.
Yeah.
And then that other couple maybe starts backing away, maybe starts fizzling away from the conversations, maybe stops hanging out with them for whatever reason. It fizzles at some point after this long ride.
Right.
In a way, it almost feels like a breakup because you've had these people in your lives, they became friends, et cetera, et cetera. Like there was an emotional attachment there,
I got you.
and then they disappeared. So it's not necessarily always a one-on-one thing.
Mhm.
The first example I gave was a one-on-one thing,
Mhm.
but it's not always the case. It's just an emotional attachment. You get attached to. We have certain friends that we're kind of emotionally attached to.
Yeah. I don't think it belongs I don't think it belongs in the lifestyle.
Emotional attachment.
Yeah, because you should of course you want that one-on-one connection, but you're here for experiences.
Well, no, I mean, people are here for different reasons,
Well,
aren't
if
they?
you're here for like experiences, right? Like I
I'm
I
not here for
I
experiences.
don't want to just be attached to one couple.
No, no, no. I
No,
don't think you're
I guess
understanding.
not.
It's not like you're dating the couple. You're not attached to one couple. I'm
Okay.
saying there's an emotional attachment between you and somebody else. You really like them.
And I
You've
don't want to
really
share them?
grown. No, nobody
Just
said anything about sharing.
okay.
It's an emotional attachment. When you talk to somebody, you get used to having them around, you spend a lot of
And then
time
it
with
starts
them,
fizzling.
and then it starts fizzling. And are you able to just go, okay, well, oh well, peace out? Or do you feel like, oh man, like, what the hell? Like, I really liked them.
Mm.
I was emotionally attached.
I mean, I see where it can feel kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I do see that because you spent so much time with them and
right.
you've kind of grown.
Yes. So you got it
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have to agree, yeah. It's heartbreaking.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's hard.
So my question is, now that we've figured out what emotional attachment is, my question is, how do you navigate emotional attachment in a swinger relationship?
Oh, man.
Like, you don't wanna be standoffish, obviously. You don't wanna just go out there and bang everybody you see without any kind of connection. I mean, you yourself like a little bit of connection
Yeah,
before you do the deed.
yeah,
Me, I'm in this for connections. I like to have friends and that sort of thing.
yeah,
And so when I connect with somebody, if it fizzles out or if they ghost me, they just disappear,
right.
that is heartbreaking for depending on who it is, for one of 2 reasons.
Mhm,
Either it's heartbreaking because I really liked them and
mhm.
it's a bummer that they're not around anymore.
So, that doesn't really for me, that doesn't that's okay for me. Like,
Really.
if it fizzles, dang, but okay.
Yeah.
I can move on.
It affects me way more.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, it used to.
I've gotten better. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't let it affect you.
2025
Yeah,
Adam has changed.
yeah. God, I hope so.
I don't know. We'll
You
see.
know what I mean? Like, that doesn't now, that doesn't bother me. When I see it fizzle for me and it doesn't fizzle for you,
Yeah.
that bothers me.
Why?
Does that make sense?
Why?
Because if you're in it for a connection, why, like you and I are very different,
Yeah.
but we're also very sweet and very kind and very understanding, both equally.
Mhm.
That that I kind of find like, oh, dang, what did I say? What did I do? That bothers me. I'm like, okay, well, you still find the connection here. What happened here? That would make that would make me feel like, oh, that sucks. that would hurt me more or hurt my feelings more than if we both just that conversation or that person just kind of
So
fizzled together.
if they met us,
Mhm.
but eventually it fizzled out with you and they stayed strong with me, that would hurt your
That
feelings.
would hurt my feelings.
Why?
Yeah, I'd be
But the whole idea
like
of
that attachment would
so
hurt my
so
feelings.
say there was just no vibe between the 2 of y'all,
Yeah.
but there was a vibe between her and I. In that situation, because it's fizzling on your end, should I push them away?
No, but I feel like you would be like, "Oh, you are just you're all about me." So you would probably
I am.
wonder you'd probably be like, "Huh,
But people don't vibe with you the way they vibe with me. We are different people.
yeah,
So there's people that vibe with you that don't vibe with me. And there's people that vibe with me that don't vibe with you. And this whole thing is I think we've mentioned it on a different episode before where it's the whole being able to connect and vibe, not everybody has it. And if you don't have that vibe, you're not gonna wanna play,
yeah, no."
and
I
you're
mean,
definitely not gonna wanna be
you can
friends.
definitely still talk to them, be friends with them.
Yeah.
Like that's probably all it's going to happen. Like nothing else would happen because if you can't vibe with us, with me,
Mhm.
there has to be a reason. Do you know what I mean? So like that little there has to
Well,
be
not everybody gets along with
Oh,
you.
well, no, that's fine. But I'm
I mean, it's
saying
just your personality.
but
There's nothing wrong with you, and there's no contention between
right.
y'all, but some people just don't vibe. There's some really nice people that we have met.
Yeah,
I did not have a single vibe with. I couldn't relate to them.
right.
I didn't find them interesting. I'm sure they didn't find me interesting. We just did not vibe.
Yeah, but you're saying like if we have like you're saying like if we have a friendship and then it starts to fizzle
Negative. No, 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 that's not what I'm saying.
or like what did you say? Not attachment, but
It was like an emotional
an
attachment. Yeah,
emotional
I guess.
attachment,
Yeah,
yeah, right?
sure.
And we both have it, and we're both, like, talking to this couple or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and I wouldn't care if it fizzled. It wouldn't hurt my feelings so much if it fizzled completely,
Okay.
but it would hurt my feelings if I still knew you were still chatting with her. I'd be like, "Mm, yeah, that's probably all that's gonna happen
Mm,
because for some reason, this didn't work." Well, that's not gonna work. Do you know what I mean? Like that would hurt my feelings.
mm,
That I would feel like, "Oh, okay." And because you love me, you're so freaking all about me, you would probably see that and be like, "Oh,
yeah, I don't really understand why people don't like you because I love you.
yeah."
And I even looking at it from a
Well, it's not people here. It
no,
was
no, no.
people back in
Back in the day.
back
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
day
Yeah.
didn't like me because those were those were honestly just dumb little insecure women,
Right.
period.
Right. Sure.
You know, I feel like the people that we hang out with, the people that we talk to are very mature.
It's a different
It's a
understanding.
very different understanding. They're very mature. They're very pretty much like me, very open. And that's why I found a group of people, women and men that get me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
For the first time ever.
nobody
Yeah.
not likes me in the groups that we're in.
Right.
And if they do, you and I probably don't like them. Do you
Right.
know what I mean? Like, it
Right.
just comes from that.
Yeah.
I am a very strong personality. If I don't like you, you're gonna know.
And well, some strong personalities don't take well to other strong
Yeah.
personalities.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason why maybe somebody wouldn't vibe with you because they're an
And I haven't found that
overly
here.
strong personality and
Yeah.
you're a strong personality and maybe it's just too much.
Yeah. I haven't found that here.
Yeah.
And the people who don't really chat with me, I'm cool with because I probably don't wanna chat with them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I get those vibes. But yeah, no, if I had an emotional attachment, I feel like if it fizzled if it started with us and then it only is one of us,
Mhm.
I'd feel crappy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd feel like, "Okay, red flag,
Mhm.
obviously,
Yeah.
because, yeah, I'm a different kind of personality than you, but you've made this work."
Me and you? Yeah. Absolutely.
If they fizzled and they didn't make this work with me, there's
Yeah,
some
they hold part of the accountability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Like,
Yeah.
it's not only me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree
I
with
like
that.
that you said that.
What?
They hold some
Yeah.
of the
No,
accountability.
it would
Yeah.
not be all you,
Yeah.
obviously. If it fizzled out, it would be whatever reason or excuse they're looking for as far as this isn't working between us,
Yeah.
they would hold part of that responsibility
Yeah.
because
And you
frankly, if you're really interested in somebody, you're gonna accept them for who they are and maybe things that you don't agree with.
yeah.
You're still gonna accept them and
Yeah.
you're gonna work through it, you know?
And you're real good about that. Like, you if you had that kind of attachment, you'd probably be like, "Oh, yeah. No."
Oh, I have really, really great friends, and while we agree on a lot of stuff, there are things that we do not agree on.
Yeah.
And when that comes out, it's like, "Ugh, okay, but that's okay. I still love you. We're
Yeah.
still gonna be friends."
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things. There's some things that you just if you really want that person in your life, you're gonna overlook.
Right.
Yeah. Or you're just gonna kind of push to the side and go, this is not a real big deal.
Yeah.
We can overlook this,
Mhm.
you know? So if it really, really if you sit back and go, "Yeah, I'm just not vibing with you, and we've met up 3 or 4 times, and I just don't feel any kind of
Mhm.
connection there.
Mhm.
This is not happening." You know, I would assume that maybe they just didn't give you a chance as much, you
Yeah.
know? And I feel like a lot of the times when things like that have come up, I remember telling you a lot of times, I don't think they've really given you a chance because this only recently have you become more out not outspoken,
Eh.
more outgoing, I should say,
Mhm.
more social than
Mhm.
you have been in the past.
Right.
And so you're really making an effort to get to know people and to have them get to know you. If they don't like you, then they didn't really give you a chance to get to
Right.
know you.
Yeah.
And but that's the way I feel about a lot of people in the lifestyle, where people will meet them very briefly and go, I didn't care for him. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, did you really give him a shot?
Yeah.
Like, and I think I've told you that a few
We
times where
and
it's
I've
like,
told
oh,
and
give him
I've
a few
told you that. I'm like,
chances.
"Well, let's go out one more time with
Yeah.
them. Let's try this again because maybe we were having a bad day or something was up." Like,
Yeah.
people have
But
we're humans.
sometimes it still comes to bite us in the ass.
Yes.
Like there was one specific couple that we met a few years back,
Yeah.
and we loved her,
Yes.
and he didn't like him.
No.
He was a major, major douchebag.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I hate to say that, but it's true. He came off as a major douchebag. And I
Yeah.
remember the first time we met, we were like, I told you I just don't like him. And I like everybody. So for
Mhm.
me to say I don't like him, that was pretty bad.
Mhm.
But we loved her.
Right.
And so I was like, I'm willing to put up with him to enjoy her as a friend
Yes.
as a friend.
And her and
I'll
I
I'll
became
and so I took him up as a friend.
yeah.
Even though our personalities did not mesh,
No.
we had nothing to talk about.
No.
You know, I didn't
Different
get
come
into
of different lives.
very,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
different people with
And
different types of values and
she
morals,
was more down to earth, but yeah.
and very different people.
Yeah.
And that one has, funny enough, come to bite us in the ass because, we didn't care for him and it turns out that our initial feelings were right. He was
Mhm.
not a good person.
Right.
Did some bad things.
Right.
So that was a situation where we were like, okay, let's go ahead and overlook this. And the initial feelings were correct.
Mhm.
And sometimes you just have to you take it as it comes, you know?
Yeah.
I guess that's just how it
It
goes.
is what it is,
It
man.
is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always found that kind of interesting, but it's realistically regarding emotional attachment in
Yeah.
that specific example,
Yeah.
we are very emotionally attached to her,
Yes.
and we were
Yeah.
and still are.
Yeah.
Not with him.
No.
Never have been.
No.
Still and, you know, it's just one of those things. I could take him or leave him.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah.
Peace out,
Yeah.
But
I mean,
if she left, we would be like,
oh,
"Dude, that
no.
sucks.
Yeah.
Please don't."
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it depends on the level of emotional attachment.
Yeah.
Like, I understand what you mean by if you spend a lot of time with them. and, y'all have played several times, and
And
then
it doesn't
now
even come down to play
oh, not
because
even playing.
yeah,
Because
like,
we have
with that
friends
particular one,
y
I mean,
yeah, for sure.
you are very, very you particularly are
Yes,
very tight with this
I am
person,
very tight with
and
her.
there is a good emotional
There
attachment
is,
there.
and if she were to be gone, I would be sad.
Yes,
Yeah,
and that's exactly what I'm
yeah,
talking about. It's situations like that
yeah.
where you
So I guess
develop that emotional
so I guess
attachment.
it's situational.
It is emotional attachment situational.
Situational.
I like
Yeah,
that. Oh
yeah,
my
it's
gosh.
situational.
We're gonna throw situational into everything now. We're gonna have an omelet situational tomorrow too.
That
Now
sounds really good.
now I'm curious, in your experience, is there a difference between physical connection and emotional connection when it comes to the lifestyle?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain, please.
I want you to explain this.
You want me to explain this?
You ask yourself this question because you ask me all the questions,
I
and
do.
sometimes I
Well,
feel
it's
like I'm
kind of
just on the spot. So now you answer that
you
question.
want. Well, my goodness, you don't have to
You
point at
answer
me.
that question, and I'm gonna be you. Go ahead.
Hey, I don't look at you like that. That's all I'm saying.
The
So,
daggers?
in my experience, is there a difference between physical connection and emotional connection when it comes to the lifestyle?
Yes.
Absolutely. Physical connection really is just that. It is sex, and
Mhm.
it's good sex.
Yes.
There's a good physical connection, it's good sex. Now, I know people that have based relationships off of good sex. Bad relationships,
But
but good
good sex.
sex. Now, I think personally, you need a balance between the 2 for it to be right.
Okay.
And that's not just in relationships like romantic relationships. I think that as applies to the lifestyle. You need to be you need to have that physical connection as well as that emotional connection.
Yeah.
You need to like the person that you're having sex with. You need to know the person that you're having sex with.
Okay.
You need to feel something enough to want to pleasure them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That takes emotional connection,
Yeah. I'm
right?
gonna I'm gonna agree with you
You
on that.
have to feel that.
I did have to a lot of talking to you and a lot of my little podcasts and other things that I read and listen to.
Yeah.
I had to understand that an emotional connection is not a romantic
There's a big difference.
connection
Yes.
because that was my issue.
Yeah.
Was like, all right, dude, you're getting too romantic. And you're like, no, it's not.
It's
It's
not
this.
romantic.
It's
Yeah.
this.
Right.
You know, I am a little different. I I'm a cold bitch.
Yes, you
I
are.
do not get emotionally attached to people I play with. I guess you can say that.
If I reflect back on when we first started in the lifestyle for many years, you would disconnect yourself
Yeah.
when we would play.
Yeah. So I don't disconnect myself anymore because I found that I connect and I enjoy it.
Right.
Now, I don't get emotionally connected. Like, I'm cool with you like me, I like you. All right. If we continue talking after we've whatever, great. But I don't get emotionally connected. I don't do that.
Mm.
And I mean, I don't know.
See, and I do. One of the things that I do when I have sex, I'm very passionate when I have sex.
Yeah,
I can't be passionate about a person I don't know. Does that make sense? If I don't know them, I can't
I
be
can.
passionate about this. I can't be passionate about the
Yeah,
sex.
I
I'm
can.
going through the motions. I don't really
Yeah.
care whether they're enjoying it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't have sex with strangers.
I mean,
I can't.
we don't have sex with strangers, but I can still have
You've had sex with strangers.
well, I mean, I can still have and you've had sex with
I have
strangers.
not.
Yes, you
Nope.
have.
I've known the people that I've slept with. I can tell you every single person
No,
that I've
sir.
slept with, I've at least had one full
So
night of conversation
like
before I've slept with them.
I don't get emotionally connected. Like I'm cool with the whole let's do this.
Yeah, hit it and quit it.
Yeah.
Wham, bam, thank
You
you.
like me or you don't. Let's
Yeah,
do this, you know?
yeah.
Now, if we keep having conversations, whatever, I still don't get that like emotionally connected. Like that's just me.
You don't
I'm
ever get emotionally connected with anybody.
I mean, I do with friends, with
Well,
friends.
obviously, with friends,
Yeah.
they're not friends if you're
Yeah.
not emotionally connected.
I mean,
So that doesn't make any sense. If you're getting emotionally connected, you're making friends out of them. So you can't say you don't get emotionally connected. You just said with friends, obviously. They're
yeah.
not friends. You can't be friends with somebody and not be emotionally connected to them.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I do. I get emotionally connected.
Well, man, you just throwing me for loops. I cannot figure you out for the you see, and this is why we're married and I have
Yeah.
to learn how to speak your language
Yes.
because you just told me yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
I mean, I don't get so like okay, so say you've met somebody, right? And you're saying you don't get no, you do get emotionally connected to somebody by like talking to them and getting to
Yeah.
know them, right?
Yeah.
And then you have sex with them and it gets really passionate,
Yeah.
right? And that's
Because I want to
you
please
want to
them. I
please them.
like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You and I are very different in that. I I can go through the
It's
motions
going through the
and I
motions.
can
Yeah.
still be passionate even though I'm going through the motions.
That's interesting. Yeah, I can't do that.
You've seen me.
Yeah, no, I have. It's
It's
impressive.
passionate.
It's also like you've faked things and yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I can't. I'm not good at faking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at faking. I can't. Like either you get the genuine real me or you don't get me.
Yeah.
I can't be something other than what I am.
Yeah.
And if there's somebody
I will say it's easier for women.
is it?
Uh-huh.
Why is that? Well, I mean, you don't have to get hard.
Yeah. It's easier for women.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe there's women that really need that kind of attachment or kind of feeling, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are. I am not that woman. So yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, this was a really interesting
It went all
conversation.
over.
It went all over. It went all over, and I'm sorry to everybody out there. It's just a very
Adam gets very
I do
passionate.
well, I get passionate when you're not understanding me for one thing. And then I get passionate at the fact that you say one thing and then you change it minutes later. And that's the hard part for me because you make the rules that I follow in this lifestyle. And if you cannot figure out if it's a yes or a no, and you're going back and forth between yes and no, you know what? You're screwing with me. You understand what I'm saying? You're
Well,
screwing with me because I don't know what's good for me to do and what's not good for me to do. So then I go out there and you're like, you can kiss her. And I'm like, "Are you sure?"
yeah. We've already crossed that bridge.
No, but I'm using it as an
Yeah. I was
example.
like, we've already crossed
I'm
all the
using that
bridges.
no, we haven't. There's still stuff that I could bring up right now that just recently happened
Yeah.
that is problematic,
Yes.
and I haven't gotten a straight answer because it's a yes 1 minute and it's a no the next minute.
Yeah.
I don't know how to go about my day in the lifestyle if you can't severely say, "This is a yes," or
Yeah.
"This is a no."
I mean, I can. It's the you wanna know I can't just say, "Well, because I say so."
No, you
Like,
cannot.
yeah.
That does not
So
work
it
for me
doesn't work for you. And
because
it's
'cause I'm
like,
not a
okay, well, now
child.
let me figure this out. Let me find the
Yeah,
words.
you have to figure out why.
And then I just give up and I'm like, whatever.
But because
Whatever.
realistically, if you don't like something, you can't just sit back and go, "Well, it's because I just don't like it."
Yeah.
You need to
It makes me
tell
feel a
me
certain way. And it's
yeah,
like,
you
why
need to
does it make
tell
you
me
feel that way? And
why.
I'm like, I don't know. It just makes me feel
But
uncomfortable.
you have been able to come out with the answer on a few things where you're
Yes.
like, "Well, this is why. It makes me feel like this."
Yeah.
And then once I understand, I'm like, "Okay, great. No
Yeah.
problem."
Yeah.
But if you can't tell me why the answer is no, then all I know is my wife is telling me no because she wants to control me,
Yeah.
because she said so. I'm sorry, but you're not my parent. You're my wife. And because of that, because I said so, does not work for me. You either, if you want me to follow this rule, you need to give me a reason why we have it as a rule.
Hmm.
And if you can't give me a reason why, then I don't understand why we have it as a rule.
Right.
I mean, it's just one of those things. So that's the hard part about it. But we get it figured out.
Hmm.
It'll come around at some point. Who knows? But with that, we're going to go ahead and
Yeah.
take it off for the rest of the week. We hope that you have a wonderful week and we'll see you next week.
Bye.